In this video, we're going to show you how to effectively start seeds using a seed tray for a very productive garden. Stay tuned. Hey, this is John from the Urban Farming Institute in Oakland Park, Florida. And you know, we're in Zone 11. If you take a look at the USDA zone maps, it's going to say 10B, but really, we're in Zone 11, and the techniques that we use here are a little bit different than what you're going to see elsewhere. And we have a video on which seeds you should plant directly into the garden and which seeds you need to use a tray in order to maximize propagation or the germination of that seed. And today we're going to show you how to use a seed tray. Now, this is the way we do it here. Not to say it's the only way or the best way to do it. There are many ways to start a seed. Remember, the purpose of a seed is to grow. And if you give it the proper environment, it's going to grow really, really well. But here, for our purposes, we use coconut, and we use a one-tray systems that lasts the entire growing period. So it's going to save you money, it's going to give you a higher rate of propagation or germination, and it's going to give you greater productivity when your garden is in full capacity. These are the materials that we use here at the Urban Farming Institute for seed starting purposes, and we use these for small seeds. And number one is going to be coconut. This is by far the most predominant growing material that we use here. And this is for hydroponic use primarily, and of course we're going to be starting these seeds hydroponically. We have tweezers, which will be very important because remember, small seeds are used in a seed tray such as this, and large seeds are planted directly into the garden. We have a 72 cell seed tray, and then underneath that we have a carry tray that we can use. Some trays have holes, some don't. This particular carry tray has holes, so if it rains while this is outside, the water will simply drain out and won't flood your plants. The other thing, of course, we have to have is the magic stick. And the magic stick, of course, is truly magic because it is able to go from both the right hand and the left hand. So regardless of which handedness you may have, either left-handed or right-handed, the stick is going to serve you in very good purpose as you move forward in your planting experience. So here we go with our coconut. We're just going to put coconut here in a row of cells. And you can see we just pass that around just like this. And here we go. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Most people would say that's pretty good, but let's take a look here, and we're going to compact this cell, and you can see that we're really compacting that almost 3/4 of the depth of the cell. Let's do that again, and here we go, just like that. Just push that right down in there, and then we're going to do the same thing. Push that aside, and we're going to come back. Going to do the same thing, and this time you can see we're less than half the amount of the depth of the cell. And then we're going to do that one more time. Just put it in just like that, and then we're going to compact one more time, and now we have a perfectly constructed cell. Remember that we want to plant our seeds, just one seed in the middle of the cell. So let's do that. And we'll plant that seed right there. And this is a Bella Bianca. This is a really nice eggplant. And remember, it's going to be placed just 1/4 of an inch deep. So there we go. That's 1/4 inch. Cover it up, and we're done. So we just put a first seed, the Bella Bianca, here in our tray. And as you can see, we have 72 cells here. And in this seed packet, there are 50 seeds. And you're not going to fill this tray with 50 seeds. There's no reason to plant like that. It's a wasteful sort of thing to do. If that seed does not germinate in 3 to 5 days, I'm going to replace that seed, and that's going to save me a lot of time, energy, and effort. I also want to start thinking about how many plants my garden is going to effectively hold. For example, in the case of tomatoes, how many tomato plants can you put in a 4x8 garden? You know, you're going to have that separation issue. Think ahead. You're going to be able to plant only those number of seeds that are important for that particular crop. And that's going to be simply the same technique. And follow that technique, you're going to be very, very successful. If it doesn't germinate, add a seed. And always think about the overall garden plan for successful planting strategy. Okay, so now the best approach is how to take care of the seeds. Put them outside. It's just that simple. Put them outside, make sure they're watered well. Remember, we have a carry tray here. The carry tray has holes. It's going to drain. Your seeds will not be overwatered. Keep them moist. Keep them in the sunshine. If you may want to move them into the shade, that's going to be perfectly fine. But remember to keep your seeds moist, protected, in the sun. You're going to be great. Success lies ahead. So after a few weeks, this is what you're going to have. In this case, Jeff brought these in. We have broccoli, cauliflower, and a few tomatoes coming up here. This is what the results are going to be. Keep your tray well tended in the sun, well watered, and you're going to be successful. So if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, like our video, of course, because we're likable people, and subscribe to our newsletter if you're so inclined. We look forward to seeing you again for our next video, which is going to be transplanting these starter plants.